Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and I'm going to go over the Pokemon that I am bringing to the Weakness Cup. So let's just look at some of these Pokemon that I'm going to bring, and you might decide you might want to try some of them out with some of the similar moves and abilities. But anyway, let's just look at them. The first Pokemon I'm bringing is Aerodactyl. So Aerodactyl is one of the fastest Pokemon in this competition, and it can do a lot of work. It's got really nice attack as well. The moves that I'm bringing is Sky Drop, Rock Slide, Protect, and Wide Guard. So Sky Drop is really good that it can disrupt the opponent's Pokemon. It can disrupt any Trick Room setters that's on the field. Rock Slide is good because since this Pokemon is so fast, you could probably go and get some flinches that way and also disrupt the opponent. Protect keeps your Aerodactyl alive, especially if there's another Pokemon on the field that could possibly take it out in one hit. And Wide Guard is good because that way your opponent cannot use Rock Slide or Dazzling Gleam or other moves like that would hurt a lot of your Pokemon. Wide Guard can help protect you against that. The item that I'm bringing is the Charti Berry. So that halves damage from super effective rock type moves, and since I said there's a lot of rock types out here in this competition, Aerodactyl with Charti Berry sounds really good. The ability is going to be Unnerve, so that's going to prevent the opponent from eating their berries. And since this competition, the only items you can use are either berries or weakness policy, that's very, very useful. Look at the next Pokemon I'm bringing, and that is going to be the Breloom. So Breloom, I've got Mach Punch, Spore, Bullet Seed, and Protect. Mach Punch is very useful as I can just punch something that could take super effective damage from fighting type moves. Since I said there's a lot of rock types, there's a lot of dark types here. Mach Punch is pretty useful. Breloom does not have the best speed stat, but with Mach Punch it can do a lot of work. Spore is going to be helpful because say my opponent has like a Pokemon that can take Mach Punch or Bullet Seed, like Chandelure. I can Spore it to sleep, and then Breloom has a few more turns that it can survive. So I think Spore is going to be helpful in that category. Bullet Seed is going to be there for some of the rock types that won't take as much damage from Mach Punch. Maybe like Aerodactyl, if I can hit it with Bullet Seed, it's going to help out. And Protect's going to be good here because Protect's always a good move to have in double battles. And since Breloom basically goes down to one Sky Drop from Aerodactyl, I'm expecting a lot of the opponent's Aerodactyl just go for the Breloom, try to get rid of it. So if I Protect, that gives Breloom another chance at surviving. So I think that's going to help out there. The item I'm bringing is the Rosalie Berry. Originally I was going to bring the Flying type berry, but Breloom still goes down to Sky Drop, even with the berry. So I'm going to bring the Rosalie Berry instead. And that's because there's a lot of Whimsicots and Togekisses out here. If I can survive a fairy type move, that's going to be very helpful. Ability wise is Technician, and that boosts the attack power of Bullet Seed and Mach Punch. So Breloom's going to be doing a lot more damage. So the next Pokemon I'm bringing is Greninja. So Greninja is very, very useful as it can change its own type. And I think it's going to get a lot of use because of that. It's also a very fast Pokemon, so you're going to be outspeeding a lot of things. The moves that I'm bringing is Blizzard, Gunk Shot, Hydro Cannon, and Shadow Sneak. So Blizzard's a good move that hits both opponents. It's going to be good for all the flying types that are here, all the grass types. Blizzard's just a really good move in that sense. Gunk Shot is mainly there for Togekiss and Whimsicott. They can take care of both of those very well. Hydro Cannon is basically like a one last ditch effort. Say my opponent has like a rock type Pokemon out on the field, Hydro Cannon should be able to do a bunch of damage to it. It's one of those moves that's kind of like Hyper Beam. It does a lot of power, but your Pokemon must recharge afterwards. So I think Hydro Cannon, I'm probably not going to use it that much, but it's going to be like a last ditch effort from Greninja. Shadow Sneak's interesting because Greninja can outspeed Breloom. So what I could do is go for Shadow Sneak and not take a Mach Punch. So that'll keep Greninja alive if my opponent has a Breloom. and Breloom would possibly go for the Mach Punch against Greninja. I just Shadow Sneak, change myself into a Ghost-type Pokemon, and I won't take any damage from the Mach Punch. And Shadow Sneak's also good because, say my opponent has a fast Pokemon that is low on health, like Aerodactyl maybe, I can just Shadow Sneak it, take it out, and not worry about it destroying my Pokemon. The item I'm bringing is actually the Kasib Berry, and that reduces damage from Ghost-type attacks. The reason for that is because Shadow Sneak's going to turn Greninja into a Ghost-type Pokemon. It's mainly there just in case my opponent has their own Greninja and wants to go for Shadow Sneak on my Ghost-type Greninja. Greninja's not going to take that much damage. Protean is the ability here. I don't think anyone's really going to be using Torrent with their Greninja. Protean is just such a better ability. You can change your type. You don't have to worry about being taken down by all the Pokemon that are strong against water and dark types. So, the next Pokemon I've got is the Togekiss. And Togekiss is a really good special attacking Pokemon for this competition. I've got Air Slash, Tailwind, Dazzling Gleam, and Follow Me. So, Air Slash is good as it could possibly cause my opponent to flinch if Togekiss is faster. And that's also where Tailwind comes in. So Tailwind can help me outspeed a few things. Actually, my Togekiss is kind of on the slower side, but I'm okay with that because I need some bulk and special attacking power. So I think Togekiss, even though it's not going to be outspeeding a lot, Air Slash will still come in handy against slower, hard-hitting Pokemon. Possibly like Gigalith or even Tyranitar if I need to rely on Air Slash. Dazzling Gleam is good because there's so many dark types being used. Dazzling Gleam hits both opponents, and it's just a useful move here. Follow Me just in case I need to keep my other Pokemon alive, and I know that if the other Pokemon is my win condition, I can go for Follow Me, let Togekiss take the damage, and hopefully knock out the thing that's a big threat to my Pokemon. The ability here is Serene Grace. That means Air Slash is going to be doing a little bit more, has more of a chance of causing flinches. And the item I've got is the Kibia Berry, just in case something has Poison Jab or Gunk Shot. Hopefully Togekiss can survive. So the next Pokemon I've got is the Weavile. So Weavile is one of those fast Pokemon. I've got a lot of faster Pokemon on this team. And Weavile is good because its dark typing can take care of a lot of the Trick Room setters that are here. I can knock off and hopefully take them out before they can set up Trick Room. Like I said, Aerodactyl is good as it can Sky Drop. What I can do with Aerodactyl is use Sky Drop on the Trick Room setter, keep it from using Trick Room the first turn. Next turn, Aerodactyl comes down with the Trick Room setter and just knock off on it, hopefully taking it out. Hopefully, you know, knocking off its berry, I can knock off weakness policies with this. So knock-off is good for that. Low kick, I've got low kick on this. That's mainly for the Tyranitar and the multiple number of rock types that are here. That can also be helpful against other Weaviles, but I don't really want to rely on speed ties. But low kick's mainly there for Tyranitar, and my idea is probably knock off, get rid of weakness policy, or bring Tyranitar low enough that a low kick can finish it off. I've got Ice Punch. Ice Punch is good for all the grass and flying types that are here. It's just a really good move. I think I like Ice Punch better, so I'm not worrying about the Icicle Crash missing, because Icicle Crash is a stronger ice type move, but it's got a really bad habit of missing when you need it to hit. So I'm going with Ice Punch here. Icicle Crash does give you the flinch, however, but I want reliability with my Weavile. And Fake Out is good because first turn I can fake out the big threat, hopefully take it out, and then not have to worry about it. The ability is Pressure. It's going to lower the power points of the opponent's Pokemon. And that's going to be helpful, especially on some of those moves that are like higher powered hitting moves that have fewer power points. Weavile can help whittle those down a little bit more. The item I've got is the Chople Berry. That's mainly for like Mach Punches and stuff like that. so Weavile can live a hit and hopefully take care of things. So the last Pokemon I've got is Tyranitar, and this Tyranitar is actually the weakness policy holder. And that's because Tyranitar just has a lot of natural bulk. So if you can take care of your Tyranitar, it can live quite a few hits and still do a lot of damage. So moves, I've got Rock Slide, Dragon Dance, Protect, and Iron Head. Rock Slide is just a really good rock type move that hits both Pokemon. If I'm faster than the other Pokemon, I might get a flinch, but Tyranitar is on the slower side, so I'm not really that worried about that. Dragon Dance, though, it increases speed, increases attack on top of the weakness policy. So if I can get Dragon Dance off, I can be doing a lot of damage to the opponent. Protect is there because, say they have Breloom, I can Protect to keep my Tyranitar alive. Or if I get the Dragon Dance and the weakness policy, they are going to be trying to get rid of my Tyranitar. And I know that as a fact because a Tyranitar with that much attack power is going to destroy something. So Protect is going to keep my Tyranitar from taking unnecessary damage. And maybe I can get rid of the big threats to Tyranitar and then take care of the other team. Iron Head's there for the fairy types and for the other rock types because, like I said, there's a lot of rock types. A lot of fairy types. I did that instead of Crunch because there's not that many psychic or ghost types being used, and I do have Weavile for those. So that's my team. Ability for Tyranitar is Unnerve. Same thing with Aerodactyl. So many berries. I could go Sandstream. That'll boost the special defense of Tyranitar, but I think Unnerve is going to be a lot more useful. So anyway, that's the team that I'm bringing. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I will be streaming this on Twitch the day of the battles. Go ahead and find my Discord. Here is the little link. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.